I have a bit of a dilemma because I changed the rear cog 2 years ago when brand new, 1600 miles ago, from a 22 teeth to the 24 teeth. I automatically lost 3/4 of an inch movement adjustment. So everything's worn down like it probably should after 1500 miles. But now I'm out of tension space. I can't tighten it anymore, and it's still too loose. It's 23 hertz. It should be flinging at minimum of 40 hertz, but it's too loose. So I ordered another belt, but I know they say you're supposed to replace the belt and cogs at the same time, but man, that gets expensive if I have to do that every 1500 miles. Only because I wanted to gain a little lower gear inches to make the hill climbing better. It only gained me 8%, so I don't know if really 8% was worth it. But then at the same time, Priority updated the firmware, which opened up more motor power. So I probably can go back to the 22 tooth, put the new 125T belt on, because that's a 128T belt. And then, of course, I'd probably need a new front cog, 55 tooth cog crank, because then the rear would be new, the belt would be new, because I never used the 125T tooth. So that'd be a new original stock drivetrain system. So anyways, the following is probably a repeat of some of what I just said, but it's also a look at the cogs, teeth, and the belt a bit closer, and then comparing my wife's bike, who she's barely ever rode her bike. It's the same Priority Current e-bike, but hers drivetrain is basically a little bit different, but it's new as comparison. I'm trying to determine where the wear is on my Priority Current e-bike. As I mentioned in a previous video, my dropout slides are all the way back, so that puts the wheel all the way back. It won't go any further tension, and I don't have enough tension. It's at 23 megahertz. It should be at minimum of 40. I looked at my wife's bike and I looked at this bike, and there definitely some wear, but is it all in the cog? Is it in the belt? I can't really tell visibly. So here's a video I took of my bike with showing the front cog crank and the rear cog and the belt. And then I tried to compare my wife's bike, who she has barely even rode that thing. It's like brand new, might have 20 miles on it. Of course, it's her bike's a different size crank and different size rear cog, but the teeth would be the same. So anyways, I ordered another belt, 128T, just because I modified my bike from a 22 tooth to a 24 tooth. Not that matters, but yeah, that did put the wheel back automatically brand new by another 3/4 of an inch. So I should have had a lot more room to move back further, but because I made that swap, I'm out of space to move the rear wheel back, even though I do have apparent wear on the cog, maybe the belt, and I'm not sure about the rear cog. But anyways, but I should have had a lot more play, at least another 3/4 of an inch to go back. But because I made that change, I'm out of space, because I automatically lost about 3/4 of an inch when I made that change. So I could swap my rear cog back to the 22 tooth, and that would take care of the lost tension or movement travel. But anyways, in another day or a couple days, I'll receive the new 128T belt. But as we all know, we're supposed to change the belt. Well, if it was a chain, it'd be a chain. The chain and the cogs at the same time. But I'll check and see if this belt is wore to that extent or not. If it is the belt, or if it's just, it's probably a combination of the front and rear cog and the belt wear is what it is. But like I say, if I didn't make that change, I'd still have another 3/4 of an inch play. Okay. Well, here's a look at a closer look at the front and rear cogs and the belts.